I learned this song at the old North Pole, taught to me by this merry old soul. It has a beat that really hops. It's called Santa Claus Rock. It really was such a sight to see 2,000 elves dancing around that tree. I never saw so many kicking feet as they danced Santa Claus Rock. Then the most shocking thing I know, 9 prancing reindeers stole the show, and in the room it started to snow as they danced the Santa Claus Rock. Oh.
Good evening. It's Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid. And as this year draws to a close, I think it's an appropriate time to stop for a moment to reflect and to look back, because Christmas, as you know, is an ample opportunity to do so. Indeed, this year, we don't just look back on a year. No, we look back on a decade. And it's been a decade, I think you will agree, of two halves. The half from 2000 to 2005 is very good. 2005 to 2009 was all right, but the whole recapitalisation of the banks thing, that just didn't work for me. I'm sure it didn't work very well for you either. Let's face it, I mean, it was your money, and my money, let's not forget, because I am, after all, one of you. Allegedly. But as the decade has passed, and as the year has passed, we have seen the ideology of change, good change I should point out, come to the fore. Of course, as we all know, change will definitely come next year. It'll be a wonderful time. It's been wonderful, it's been a fantastic 10 years, do not get me wrong, but change is required. The only thing that doesn't change, I should point out, is talking about change. And the weather. The weather never changes. It's slightly cold, I know, and it's very cold at the moment, as you'll appreciate, it being Christmas. Let's face it, Mr. Claus has to land the sleigh somewhere. But talking with change, it can't stop. It must go on. It's what drives the revolution. I think you'll all agree with me on that. I think you will all raise a glass of festive champagne with me, although I don't have any, to commemorate that wonderful fact. Why don't I have any champagne, I hear you cry? It doesn't fit in with the age of change. That's why. It's almost time for me to leave you for 2009 and indeed for the noughties, dread word. But before I do, I would like to leave you with a joke. I'd like to take you to Moscow in the 1970s or thereabouts. And two Russians, a man and a wife, a husband and wife, beg your pardon, are wandering down the street. And precipitation begins to fall from the sky. And the husband says, "I believe it's raining." His wife says, "No dear, I believe it's snowing." This argument continues for a little while, and neither side wins, and the precipitation continues to fall. Around the corner comes their colleague, their acquaintance, Rudolph, who is a local official in the Communist Party. And they decide that they have spotted a way to settle this debate, and they say, "Rudolph, you work on the inside, you're very close to Comrade Brezhnev and all the rest of the chaps. Can you tell us, what is the official party line? Is it snowing or is it raining?" And Comrade Rudolph pulled out his little party news sheet, the order for the day, no less, consulted it, and said, "Well, comrades, the party line is that today it is officially raining. So, comrade, I believe you win." And the husband turned to his wife and said, "Ha! See, I told you it was raining, and I told you it was so. Even Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer." You see, boom, boom. It didn't really work, I know, but I think you get the drift. It's a Christmas joke. This is Christmas, and I'd like to wish you, yours, and my good friend Liz, all the best for the coming year. Good night.